This video will reveal the biggest mistakes most women make when doing no contact. When you make these mistakes, you end up losing your chance at getting your ex back forever without even realizing you did anything wrong. When you know these mistakes, you can wipe the slate clean and maximize your shot at getting your ex-boyfriend back. Hey, it's Erin, your personal love expert, back again on the channel where we make men make sense. VixenDaily. If you want to know the mistakes to avoid when doing no contact, right? I'm ready right now in the comments while the intro plays. It's good luck. This video has been requested so many times, so I hope that you guys enjoy. But before we dive into today's video, I have a very small favor to ask. If you like this video, if you like any of my videos, if you like anything about me, if you like what I'm wearing, if you like dating advice, leave me a like, a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a share, subscribe, tell people about it. Now look. There are all sorts of people who talk about using the no contact rule to get your ex back, whether it's Michael Fiore from Text Your Ex Back, Ashley K, Michael Griswold, T-Dub from The Magic of Making Up, or Brad Browning. I'd say the biggest message they all have for you is to use the no contact rule after a breakup. And it makes sense. I can tell you that the no contact rule is the very best thing you can do after a breakup, but you must do it in the right way and avoid these common mistakes that most women make, which destroy their chances of getting their ex back. Don't worry, I'll tell you exactly how to avoid making mistakes right now. Mistake number 1 is begging for your ex back in any way. So if you do this, it creates a needy vibe. If you come off as needy, you will end up scaring your ex away. Mistake number 2 is actually not fixing your own life and not working on yourself during no contact. You see, a mistake when trying to get your ex back is not doing this. Not bettering yourself and actively self-improving is actually what you are going to suffer from not doing. So the work you do on yourself is as if not more important than following the exact 30-day no contact rule. Here's the big secret to making the no contact rule work that almost every single person talking about this misses. The no contact rule is for you too. It's when you detox yourself from everything inside that would cause problems in getting your ex back. Yes, it's typical after a breakup that we want to think about it constantly, worry about it, wonder about it, analyze it. It's typical for people, men and women, to have a thought about the relationship or the breakup and just feed into it. It's typical and it's completely understandable, but does it help you? Not at all. In fact, it does all sorts of things that hurt your chances of getting your ex back. It kills your mood, keeps you stuck on him, and eats up your attention and energy, which could be going towards things that will improve your chances of getting him back. So if you're not detoxing how you feel and think on the inside, you're not doing the no contact rule. Plain and simple. This is a secret that most relationship coaches don't tell you, but the detox of your inner world is the most important part of the no contact rule. Yes, the no contact rule is about not contacting him, but even more importantly, it's what you are doing during no contact that really matters. By the way, if you like this so far, please give me a like so I know to give more content like this. The no contact rule is not about waiting or missing him while you're doing it. The no contact rule is active time you are spending to detox from the obsessing over him, the missing him, and the negativity in your mind about the relationship. Now, I know telling you not to think about him may sound impossible right now, but there's a way to make this super easy. Thoughts will come up and you're just going to let them pass like meaningless clouds floating by in the sky. You'll notice they're there, but you won't feed into them. You won't pursue them. That's the secret. You don't feed into those thoughts about him, the relationship, about the problems, about anything he was or wasn't doing. You don't feed into any thoughts about him or the relationship, period. You don't analyze. You don't reflect. You don't regret. You don't wonder if you made the wrong move. You don't wonder what he's doing or if he'll come back. None of it. Mistake number 3 is actually not following it for 30 days or more. It's a golden rule, and it's because the emotional detox is an essential part that you need in order to cleanse yourself after the breakup. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments down below. Number 4 is not having a happy life. So breakups are upsetting, and sometimes we will need time to pass to get better and to detox emotionally, which will be something you actively practice. But the other important thing to do during no contact is to reconnect with your own feeling of okayness and happiness on the inside. The biggest mistake people make in relationships is they think the other person is supposed to make them happy. That mindset, though, is the root of what leads to neediness and actually drains the relationship of all its joy. So relationship is something to bring your happiness into, and your relationships will reflect that happiness back to you. So one of the most important things you can do is reconnect with your own inner happiness and remember that you were fine before you met him and you can be fine again. Now, seeking happiness directly is difficult to do. Instead, practice gratefulness. Psychologists have shown in research studies that when you practice gratitude, that is having an attitude of gratefulness towards everything in your life, big and small, happiness comes to you easily and automatically. So while you're doing no contact and taking your attention off the guy, the breakup, the thoughts about all of that, put your attention on being grateful for everything good in your life, big and small. The more you practice this, the better you'll feel, and it will help the future of your love life tremendously. Mistake number 5 is immediately trying to get back together. Okay, so breakups are messy, but the last thing you want to do is immediately start trying to get him back together when you speak to him for the first time. Do not jump the gun because it'll come off as needy and scare him away. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments down below. Number 6 is to bring up the past immediately and start discussing the breakup. So the best thing to do is to keep it pleasant and lighthearted. Bringing up past issues will only remind him of the breakup and kill the shot of you getting back together. Keep it positive instead, and it'll show that you're in a better mood and mental state. You see, having positive interactions will make your ex feel that things can be good around you and that things aren't messy like they were when you broke up. Mistake number 7 is taking the friend role. It might seem like a good idea, but it's not, because you will either end up losing and being his emotional rock while he's dating other girls and settling into a friendship dynamic which you will not be happy with. Mistake number 8 is that you reassure him that you'll wait around forever for him to come back, or that you'll accept less than a committed relationship just to have something with him again. So this is the single biggest trap in getting your ex back. If you have been doing no contact with your ex, what can happen is they start to miss you, and as more time passes, they start to worry and wonder if maybe they've really lost you forever. At that point, if he really doesn't want to lose you, he might actually start doing things either directly or indirectly to see if you've moved on. He might start doing things like watching your Instagram stories or randomly liking a post of yours on social media, or he might be more direct and reach out to you over texting or calling. When he contacts you, though, be very careful with how you respond. He will try to see if you're willing to wait around for him, still wishing and wanting a relationship to happen again. And our instinct is that we want to tell them yes, but that's actually where the biggest trap can happen. The issue is that if your relationship was wishy-washy and uncommitted before the breakup, then you'll have the feeling that even though you're currently broken up, you're willing to continue being an option he can fall back on if things don't work out with someone new. You do not want to open that possibility up, and instead the best thing you can do is if he reaches out, listen to what he has to say. You can be civil and polite, but if the conversation moves to a place where he's testing to see if you want him back, do not give him reassurance that you'll wait around for him to come back at some indefinite point in the future. Really, it's not best to talk about whether or not you've moved on at all. But if you're asked point blank whether you want to get back together, you can say, if you want to get back together in a clear, committed relationship, let me know that's what you want. And if he says anything other than, yes, I want that, just say, I understand. If you decide that's what you want, let me know. The most important thing here is that you don't get into a wishy-washy dynamic when he does start reaching out to you, or you risk getting into a dynamic where you are not in a clearly defined relationship, but are rather just a placeholder till he finds someone else. The only way to really get back together is when both of you want a clearly defined, committed relationship. And if he's not sure he wants that, then give him the space to decide he does. And either he will get back and you will be in a strong relationship with a clear foundation, or if he's willing to use you, it's a very good thing to know ASAP so you don't waste years chasing a relationship that was never going to happen. If he's willing to lose you because he's unwilling to commit, yes, that's absolutely disappointing, but at least you'll know for certain he was never going to get back into a relationship, and you can move forward with the clarity and confidence of knowing you really did everything you could. The best thing you can do right now is watch my video on why the no contact rule works. You'll see a link pop up in the upper right corner of this video, and it'll explain the exact psychology behind why the no contact rule works so well to get your ex back. It's so simple that any woman can use it, and the way I teach it is actually the most powerful way to do it and the easiest as well. So also be sure to hit like and comment on this video with your thoughts on this topic, and share this video if you found it helpful. And again, give it a like. It really helps me out and lets YouTube know to recommend this video to more people. And subscribe for more love advice so you can get to have the love life that you really want. Until next time.